Hello and welcome to the TRIO Success Strategies presentation series. My name is Stacy Edlund and I'm the TRIO Student Success Navigator. I created these presentations to help you develop the top skills necessary to succeed at school, at work, and in your personal life. They are very short presentations, but they can make a big impact in your life if you choose to really engage with the information. We can share this information and the tools, but it's really up to you to implement it into your life to help you reach your goals. So on the screen here, you can see a few of the things that I can help you with: developing a plan for success, strategies to overcome barriers in achieving your goals, tutoring for most of the subjects, not high-level math or science, and career exploration. So if you'd like to meet with me, you can book an appointment by going to the Riverland website, clicking on Student Services tab, and then on our TRIO page, you'll see my booking link there. And I look forward to meeting with you. Okay, today's presentation is all about scheduling and organization. And I know this sounds horribly boring. Like, Stacy, are you really going to make us sit through a whole presentation about scheduling and organization? But let me tell you, this is one of those foundational skills that if you set up the habit now, it's going to make such a difference in your life. It's going to help you reach your goals here at school and work and in your personal life as well. So tip number one, use a planner. I know it sounds so basic, right? Like, duh, of course we want to use a planner, but so many people do not. And if you have any issues with completing assignments on time, remembering to study for tests, remembering meetings that you need to go to, a planner is going to be really huge and transformational in your life. So it can be paper or digital. People prefer different things. Some people really love their paper planner, and some people could never think about carrying around a paper planner, and they really prefer to have their digital planner. That way it's just on their phone and with them everywhere they go. When you do develop your planner, one good idea is to color code by category. This is optional. Some people don't like that. That's not how their brains work. Some people really do love the color coding. It helps them in their brain know that everything that's blue is history, everything that's purple is biology. Just having that color coding helps their brain organize the material even further. It really is a personal preference. So some ideas for what you can add to your planner: your class schedule, your tests and assignments for the semester. And one thing I would say about that is, let's say you have a test coming up on February 8th. I would, in the planner, have the test date of February 8th, but I would also make sure to put that I need to start studying on like February 5th or 6th. That way you have that ahead of time and you're not just like, oh my gosh, there's a test tomorrow. So you're putting that in your planner ahead of time. I really suggest at the beginning of the semester going through your syllabuses for your different classes. You might print them off, or you can just find them electronically often, like in your Brightspace classes. Take the time at the beginning of the semester to put in everything that they listed in the syllabus. If your instructor has listed your major assignments, test dates, project due dates, etc., put that in your planner now. Trust me, taking the time right now is going to help you stay better organized and on top of things for the whole semester. You might want to include your instructor's office hours. That way, if you need help, you're going to know right when to go meet with your instructor, and you don't have to continually try to look back through Brightspace. And your dedicated study time. This is really important, and I know it's not easy to do. We all have very busy lives. You might be involved in athletics. You might be in the arts. You might work. You might be a parent, and you have to go home and cook dinner and be with your children, whatever it might be. So that is actually why, though, it's extra important to look at your planner, look at the week ahead, and decide where are my pockets of time that I can really dedicate to studying. An hour here, 2 hours there, an hour there. One suggestion is kind of a common rule of thumb is for every hour you're in class, you should be spending 2 to 3 hours outside of class on your homework. So let's say you have history Mondays and Wednesdays for an hour each day. That's 2 hours for that week. So you really should be planning on putting in at least 4 hours of study time, reading your chapters, learning the vocabulary, understanding the concepts, whatever, completing the assignments your instructor may have given you. So putting in that dedicated study time is just going to help you really stay on top of all of that. Your work schedule, if you work outside of school or do work study, having that in there is going to be really important as you're planning out your weeks. And then, of course, exercise, social time, those fun things, times for your hobbies, whatever you might be doing. And then other appointments and meetings, maybe time with a tutor, or you're meeting with your advisor, or you have a doctor's appointment, any of that other stuff you could put in there. The more organized you are, the more on top of everything you're going to stay, and the easier it's going to be. This may sound like overwhelming at first to think to go through the whole semester and get this stuff lined up, but it actually will save you a lot of time in the long run, and it will reduce your stress, which of course we know the less stressed our brains is, or our brain is, then we can actually learn better and achieve higher. And then you want to make sure to check and update your calendar frequently. So maybe you get in the habit of every Sunday looking ahead for the week, and then also still looking at it daily is going to be really important. I found a couple of really good tutorials on YouTube for you. This first one is a full tutorial. It's 17 minutes long, but really, what's 17 minutes? If you learn how to set up your Google Calendar really well in the right way right from the start, it's going to save you tons of time down the road. So the guy is Dusty Porter, I think the name says, and the title of it is Google Calendar Full Tutorial from Start to Finish, How to Use Google Calendar. He does a really nice job of breaking it down step by step by step to get it all set up and customized to how you might like it. Another video is this guy, I think his name is Leon Zhou, How I Used Google Calendar to Organize My College Life. And so this is a current college student showing how he uses Google Calendar. Might give you some good ideas there. Tip number 2, organization. So key to success here at school. Number 1, you might want to create a dedicated study space. Why do you want to do that? A dedicated study space. It depends on your living environment. Maybe your room is your dedicated study space because you have a room to yourself. If not, if you're surrounded by people all the time, where can you go to have that quiet study space? Free from distractions, really important. Now, I know many of you probably like to have music playing while you study. I like that myself. I love music in the background while I'm studying. But research shows that the more distractions, the more things our brain are paying attention to, the harder it is for our brains to form those neural networks, those long-term memories. So if you're studying in a space where people are talking and they're watching TV or they're bouncing a basketball or cooking or whatever it might be, you're going to have a harder time generally, this is just a generalization, really retaining that information that you need for your class. So if you can find a dedicated study space that's quiet, if you can't have that at home, where else can you go? Public library, the school library. I had a student today tell me that sitting in the locker rooms for him was a quiet study space. So where can you go to find that free from distraction study space, which is going to help you get your work done faster and help you remember information better? Develop a system for organizing your notes. How are you taking notes in class? Where are you storing them? How are you ensuring that you're able to refer back to those easily? And then another quick tip is keep a checklist by your door. You don't want to show up for class and, oh my gosh, I forgot my laptop, or I forgot my book, or the project I was working on is sitting on my desk. You can just take a sticky note, stick it by your door. What am I needing as I walk out the door this morning? I know how it is. I'm not a morning person either. Sometimes I'm running out that door to get to work on time. And so having the sticky note by the door just helps you remember everything you need to grab. So make sure you get to class and you're really well prepared. Here's another great video on YouTube. It is by Olivia Osborne, How to Stay Organized in College. And I thought that she gave some really good tips that are easy to implement. Now, with any of these videos, if you go to YouTube and you ask how to use a planner, how to use Google Calendar, how to stay organized in college, you're going to find a whole lot of videos. These were just a few. I actually did watch them start to finish, and I thought that they were pretty good. All right, and how I like to end all these videos. Are you feeling resistance to this? If you're thinking, dude, I am not going to sit and take all this time to go through my calendar and set a planner for the whole entire semester, that's going to take forever. Why are you feeling that way? What's your resistance to getting organized, to setting a really good schedule. Usually there's a reason behind that resistance. You just don't want to take the time. Whatever it might be, take some time to think, why am I so resistant to this? This is a skill that could really help make the rest of your semester easier for you. You're going to feel less stress. You're going to save time in the future. So if you're feeling resistant to this, just ask yourself why. Try to figure out a way to move past that resistance so that you can implement these skills, which are going to make a big difference for you as you go out through your whole college life. But honestly, scheduling and organization, huge every step of your life, no matter where you are in your life, whether you're in school, work, have family, wherever, whatever stage you're in, this stuff is going to help. And if you form those habits and skills now, it's going to pay off a lot. It really pay off really big in the long run for you. Okay. So if you are a student who is doing our weekly check-in, make sure to check your email. So I sent the links for these check-ins, and always remember these check-ins are just a great way for you to self-reflect and for me to know how to help you best as we continue to move forward. Thanks for watching this presentation, and good luck getting organized. Bye-bye.